Bernie Sanders has a simple request for the Republicans in the Senate, and that's that they support their president, President Trump's, promises on the campaign trail, repeatedly made that he would not cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. Now take a look at this clip where Bernie Sanders was on Rachel Maddow, and he's going to lay out exactly why this should not be a complicated thing for them to do.
During the campaign, as you well know, Trump said over and over again, he said, I am the only Republican out there who will not cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. And right now, you got the Republican Party working overtime trying to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. So Trump has got to tell the American people one of two things. Either he lied blatantly, and he has no intention of keeping his campaign promises, or else he's got to tell the Republicans right now he will veto any legislation that will cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.
So I'm sorry, I got to say it. I love this guy.
Yeah.
And it's not a bias thing. I didn't know him from Adam, right? I love him because of what he does. So now that is a perfect political talking point, which you never see from the Democrats. Now here, he's got Trump, and as John is going to show you, he's got Trump clearly saying that he would never cut Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. He said it over and over countless times on the campaign trail. So which one is it? Which one is it? Yeah. Are you going to make sure that you don't cut those things? Because right now the Republicans are in the middle of cutting them. Or are you a liar? It's not for me to answer. It's for Trump to answer.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Very well done. And in case you don't trust us, Jesus, I'm going to jump ahead to graphics 13 to 15 before we go back to 10. So he provided, Bernie Sanders went on Twitter and started tweeting out all of the videos, not just the words, we're going to show you the words, but the videos too, which you can see on his Twitter, of Trump making these promises. There was like 14 that he tweeted out before he got tired and took a nap. So we can go to 13, you're going to see March of 2013, talking about cuts to those programs. Trump said it just really is not going to happen. Jumping ahead to April of 2015, Trump said, every Republican wants to do a big number on Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, and we can't do that. Then June of 2015, I will save Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security without cuts. That's Donald Trump. And so Bernie Sanders has taken his words, but he's not just using his own words. He's actually putting forward an amendment, which happened last night. And we're going to quickly just go through a couple of things that he's requesting in this amendment. You're going to see there, don't worry about all the words, a resulting bill that would reduce guaranteed benefits scheduled under the Social Security Act. Jumping ahead, either increasing the early or full retirement age of the benefits for Social Security, no privatizing Social Security, no reducing guaranteed benefits for Medicare, and no reduction of benefits or eligibility for Medicaid as well. This is an incredibly simple amendment that every senator can get behind, both because these are the most popular programs that the government has ever created here in America. It benefits literally millions upon millions of Americans, and also because Donald Trump said he's not going to sign any bill that includes those anyway, right? Well, no. Unfortunately, senators voted 49-49 on that amendment. 60 votes needed to overcome a procedural hurdle, because they were going to filibuster it. Maine Senator Susan Collins, the Republican, was the only to vote for Sanders' proposal, joined by all of the Democrats in the Senate.
Now we're clear on where the Republicans stand, but we don't yet know where Trump's going to stand, you know? So if he's true to his word, he will veto it. And back in the primaries, I give him credit for running against the Republican Party. Now, I said it's not that complicated. If you want to win, you just find out where the American people are. And on Social Security and Medicare, they're literally the two most popular programs we have, period, anywhere, right? So they both score over 80% in popularity. That's not complicated politics. Republicans also love Social Security and Medicare. In fact, Medicaid, even though it goes to the poor, has over a 70% approval rating. So they're all enormously popular. Now, the only reason why Republicans don't campaign on protecting them is because their donors want to cut them. So they serve their donors. So when Trump ran a populist campaign against these guys who are all wedded to their donors, who are diametrically opposed in their interests to the American people, well, it was easy to beat them. So, but now we're going to find out, did Trump mean it? Or was it just a trick because he's a scummy politician and he thought, I'll just lie even more than the other scummy politicians. I'll pretend that I'm in favor of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid because that's what you want. And then when I get into office, I'll betray you and I'll cut those things. Aren't I clever? And then we'll find out if you really think he's clever or not. Because my guess is when Social Security's got an 86% approval rating, that if you go against 86% of the American people, people will not find you that clever.
No. No, and the funny thing is, like, he gets to make that choice, and you never know. I mean, he kept saying you wouldn't cut it. He also said some questionable things about its future in various aspects. But at least for now, the senators are on the record. All the Democrats supporting no cuts to those programs. Remember, we went through 8 years of Obama, where at least for the first 6, constantly worried about a grand bargain where they would cut those programs. And we got through, and they didn't cut those programs. We got through on a president that was a Democrat. But now, every Republican but Susan Collins is saying, don't expect no cuts to those programs. So, you've been warned.
Once you become a member of the Young Turks, you're going to be thinking,
Sarabies!
TYTnetwork.com/join.